There is that question of like, did we think crypto was doomed from the start? I'm kind of that camp, just a wee bit. Although, that wouldn't make my brother very excited. He's a huge crypto fan, always trying to get me to invest in crypto, still would. So hopefully he's listening. But anyway, I do think it was doomed from the start because it started after was it the 2008 financial crisis, right? That Bitcoin came out. And so it was kind of targeted and marketed as this like anti-banking establishment thing.
I know people who have gotten very wealthy off of crypto, right? But they were also coming from a place of financial privilege prior to that, right? So when I see like rich people getting richer, I don't get incredibly excited. So I've always kind of like avoided crypto to a certain degree. Now we talk about SBF. I read that they were siphoning money from like their crypto stuff over to a hedge fund and then like
Mhm.
losing a bunch of money in that hedge fund. Is that
Yeah.
is that illegal? Like companies do this every day. They get money and they reinvest it elsewhere, right?
I want to say what SBF and his team were doing was insider trading. And so he's written this blog post trying to explain what happened and say, it's funny, there's a meme going around right now where he just made an oops a daisy to the tune of like, hundreds of billion, over almost $100 billion oopsie daisy. So anytime I ever get in trouble from now on, I'm just like, oopsie.
Story is so big right now as like there's fears of going into a recession and as people are struggling and there's massive layoffs. Like the thing we're talking about so much is this person who was a rich person manipulating other rich people to get even richer, right?
And Ruby, you were asking if crypto's doomed from the start. I personally don't think so. With any new, let's call it a bubble because there is speculation. With anything that's rising, there's going to be lots of players and there's going to be some jockeying before we figure out which one's going to be the more stable thing to invest in.
In 2008, I was in eighth grade, and I had a friend who purchased a Bitcoin when it first came out, and he sold it for like $10. And he's really not happy about that. So if he held on to it, he would have been one of those kids getting richer.